Hey, so I'm gonna do a review of Vet in the Moon's eye comb. But first I'm gonna ramble on a little bit about plastic, the environment, zero waste stuff. So if that doesn't interest you and you just want the review, I'll put the timestamp below and you can skip ahead to it. You know how often you want to check something out before you try it and you go on the internet to find a useful review and some magical person has already done it and you can figure it out? Well, I couldn't really find what I was looking for this product. So I decided to be the video I wanted to see in the world and make one myself. Now, obviously, I'm no YouTuber, I'm not a makeup artist, but maybe it'll be useful to someone who was in the position I was before I bought this thing. So, apologize for any quality or anything. I'm literally filming this on my phone. It's elasticed to a surveyor tripod and it's quite the rig, but you gotta make do with what you got. That sort of segues me into the next topic, which is plastic in the environment. So my perfectionism is kicking in here to say I live a low waste lifestyle, but realistically I live a zero waste lifestyle. It's just that everyone is in a different place in their lives and striving towards zero waste if they are in fact engaged in that. And it's more of a state of being where you're trying to make better choices to reduce your waste rather than being perfect. So I might be further ahead on my journey than some and further behind than others, but the important thing is that we try. So along my zero waste journey, I was looking for other things to sort of improve on, and one of the things is cosmetics. So I like to wear an eyeliner wing. I like the ritual of getting my wings on in the morning. And that's most of the makeup I wear. I wear a few other things sometimes. And so I thought, oh, I get to buy this product every 6 months. Let's see if I can get one in maybe better packaging. So I was looking for gel eyeliners in maybe a glass packaging. And then I thought, oh, I'll look at the ingredients too, because that's a good thing to do. And I was a bit surprised that these conventional products contained plastic compounds, such as polyester, polystyrene, polyethylene, and those would all be going down the drain when I wash my face. So I imagine you probably heard of microbeads being banned in cosmetic products. It's just sort of tiny beads often for exfoliation. But for whatever reason, it seems that smaller polymers are still allowed to be included in the formulas. I'm not really sure why that is. I'm not sure what the implications of that are, but there's so much plastic that gets into the environment, be it through washing polyester clothes or car tires rolling down the street, or just any sort of plastic waste getting out into the environment and ultimately the waterways and the ocean, and it builds up. So scientists have found plastic in the water we drink, the air we breathe, the food we eat. They found it in our organs. I don't want to contribute to that any more than I have to. So I try to avoid plastic wherever I can, whether it's packaging or when possible. I think everyone is at a different phase of that in our lives because we have different access and different needs, different health situations. So not everyone can fit their waste in a tiny little jar, but that's okay, because I think being aware, being mindful, and making better choices, it allows us to shift our economy to a greener economy where we're making product demands from companies. I write to companies all the time and tell them, can you do some better packaging for this? we have to drive that change in the world, and we're seeing that now. Many companies are big corporations that you wouldn't think of as being so eco, but they see the customer demand, and so they're rising to meet that. Zero waste is a business concept. It's not realistic for a individual who doesn't live in a real zero waste economy, but you can do your best. So I decided, let's try to find a very clean, very green, I mean, you know, eyeliner to fuel my habits, so I can feel a little better about that ritual being okay for the earth. So I picked up this eyeliner from Fat in the Moon. It's an eye kohl, and I couldn't get a good feel for what that entailed. I don't know, I couldn't find a lot of reviews on whether it would make a good wing. I couldn't find anything that really helped me out on the things that I need to know. I also cry a lot and am a sweaty person, so you know, I wanted to see how it would hold up to life in general. So because this is a zero waste thing, of course I'm going to mention the packaging. So they came in a mailer, which is well, it's recycled paper, and there's this glass jar, which of course I didn't open, so I'm gonna struggle with it, with a metal lid. So, and I requested that there would be no extra packaging, so that's what it came in. Okay, so this is obviously a different day. I am terrible at putting makeup on and staying in the frame of a camera, so we'll see if this time it works out a little better. So I've got a angled makeup brush that I'm using for this gel or eye kohl, and I'm just gonna get some on the brush. So I've actually been using this all week now, and I like it, but it's a different experience from your standard let's see if I can do this, liquid eyeliner. So it goes on less dark, and it does smudge. It's this is not enough loaded on the brush. I actually kind of like the way it wears over the day, because if you're familiar with, I don't know, wabi-sabi kind of thing, there is sort of some beauty in, I don't know, the lack of permanence. And it does build, so you can get a really black, but I find it doesn't, you know, hold up all day. But if I don't like poke, if I don't poke at it or smudge it or whatever, then it'll stay put, but it will just absolutely smudge if you aren't careful about poking at your eyes, or presumably if you're wiping at them while you're crying. I think you need a pretty good like angle brush to get a good wing from probably any eyeliner with this kind of application. So I guess you can use whatever one you have that works well. Okay, so that's it. So you might be thinking, well, you know, the most zero waste thing is to not wear eyeliner at all, and or makeup at all, and that's certainly true, but I think that the zero waste community needs to make space for people to live sustainably but still enjoy the things that they love to do. So finding a way to like make your hobby work within your values is important, whatever it happens to be. You shouldn't have to sap all the joy out of your life just because you want to lower your impact on the earth. So like what more can I say about this? Like, it's not going to perform to the level of you know, your liquid eyeliner from the drugstore that glues onto your face for forever. So I don't know if you can see that, but there's a wing, and you know, it smudges off. It's easy to remove with olive oil or coconut oil. You can even kind of smudge it off with water, which is what I'm used to doing with my face, but probably better to remove it with an oil. I actually really like it. I think that it keeps a pretty good wing. If you have oily eyelids, I would expect it would move around a lot. I did a workout at one point where I got quite sweaty, and it didn't actually budge too much, so I was impressed by that. So I just decided to do a workout and kind of put it to the test. So I am kind of sweaty now, but you can see that it has held up. It stayed in place. I think it's pretty good. Another day I like botched a makeup look and removed it all, and then I think my lids were still oily from the oil that I used to remove it, and it didn't hold up so well, but that was probably my fault for the way I applied it too soon or whatever. So yeah, that's my experience with it. I also have to acknowledge that it is more expensive than you might be used to paying. I think it was, what was it, $18 American. But then that I think comes with the territory in certain, like if you want to buy a more ethical product or a product from a small business, they have higher costs, and you have to recognize that. With zero waste, I save a lot of money by not buying things or buying secondhand things. But then I find in other areas where there's consumables and things like that, that things cost more because of the methods that the zero waste business, you know, or like a more ethical business or small business has to take in order to fairly pay their employees and things like that, or, you know, more expensive materials. So it's kind of, there's always compromise in these kind of things. We're all doing our best. There is probably no ethical consumption under capitalism, so you just gotta do what you can. So yeah, I will definitely be working my way through this. I think it's a good eyeliner, and actually it'd be interesting if it's a good like mascara. Probably not the best way to apply mascara. Probably you could experiment with that, I don't know, but I like it. Let me know if you've cracked the zero waste eyeliner conundrum, and have a good day.